Today we're gonna build a house in The Sims 4 inspired by nostalgic websites. And by nostalgic, I mean early 2000s, like Windows XP era, which have always been interesting to me. I don't know, maybe it's the old website layouts, the simplicity of it all, or maybe I've just been chronically online since I was 8. But either way, we're gonna do each room as a different nostalgic website today in The Sims 4, and of course I'll tell you a little bit about them as well. But first, and this video is sponsored by Lily's Garden. Lily's Garden is a free-to-play puzzle game available on both iOS and Android devices. It's a match 2 puzzle game with over 10,000 delightful puzzle levels and mini-games, and they even add an additional 40 every week. This game is super fun because you can match and collect flowers in the puzzles to collect stars, which you can then use to create and renovate your own super cute garden. But what makes it really unique is the story in this game. There are twists and turns. You can even navigate romance and uncover Lily's deep family secrets. I love this game because I just find it very relaxing. This is totally the type of game that I love to play while cozy up on the couch. It's perfect for those days that I want to be on my phone but I don't really want to be on social media, which is getting more and more frequent these days. Let me just show you, hold on. Look how cute. It's nice too because the difficulty level is not too easy, but it's also not too hard either. So you can download Lily's Garden today by clicking the link down in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen. Thank you so much to Lily's Garden for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. Let's first build the outside here, and for the outside, we're gonna build our house inspired by Habbo Hotel. Habbo Hotel was a super popular online virtual world where you could hang out, meet friends, and explore the community. And I'm building on this really cool lot here in San Myshuno. It's normally a gym, but you can easily come up here and change the venue type to residential, so you can actually make your Sims live here. It's kind of a weird one, but I think it'll make for a really cool Habbo Hotel. So we're gonna start off building our shell, and for this one, I'll be honest, I didn't really play with it that much. I was always a little scared of talking to random people online, which is kind of ironic. I mean, look at me now. But I want to build the big orange hotel as our house. And this thing is going to be pretty big. I'm going to go all the way up with it. It'll be 4 floors, basically just stacking this floor on top of each other until I get to the top. And the top floor is going to be a little bit smaller. I'll just kind of like go like this for now. Maybe we get a little bump out here at the front. And by the way, I am building this backwards just because the lighting is better this way, and honestly, that's the only reason. They do have a rooftop pool, so that's why I left this area blank. I'm just gonna fill that in with my pool there. So far, this is what I have for my shell. There is a little top part here, so I'm just gonna go up with a platform. I can't go any higher than 4 floors, but I can build a platform on the top one. So we're just gonna raise that up a little bit here. And for my wallpaper, we are going orange. This is from my wedding stories. And for the pool area, I'm gonna section it off here with a half wall. So just going all the way around like that. And I think I'm also gonna bring that same half wall up here. Actually, I don't think I want to use this wallpaper with the white trim going all the way around. I'm gonna change it up just to this base game orange paint. I just want a little bit more control over where I can put those white lines. So I'm going in with this trim here, and I'm gonna start adding columns here to my corners just for like a white detail here. So just any of my corners, I'm going in and picking it off with these columns. There does look like there's a little bit of roofing or something in the photo that I'm looking at, which I actually think you can like upgrade the hotel. I'm not 100% sure because again, I didn't play this one, but I've seen so many different variations of this exact same hotel. Some of them have like rooftop patios. So I'm just gonna keep it pretty simple with like a red roof going on over here. Next, I need to add windows and doors, and there are so many windows on this thing, and they have like a blue tint to it, and this door would be perfect, but it's not quite fitting on the diagonal. I think I have to extend all of this out to make it work. There, now we should have room for this. This is from City Living, and I'm gonna keep looking for windows with that blue tint. We have this one, but this is a little too big, but I think we could get away with this one here from Spot A. So we're gonna do these big windows going all the way up the front part, and then for the side, I'm looking for rectangular windows like this could work, and I need a bunch of those tiny little square windows. I feel feel like base game has to have something like that. Oh yeah, okay, the Energy King, fantastic. This is what we need. And I'm basically going to be adding a whole bunch of these going all the way along this side of the house. Since this is such a weird kind of build for a home, this could be maybe an old hotel that someone bought, maybe just like a big ol' Habbo Hotel fan. It almost looks like a agent headquarters or something, or a hospital. Hey, I'm just following the reference here. All right, I have 1,000,001 windows added on this thing. I feel like all we have to do now is the landscaping, which in the picture I'm looking at, they have a parking lot over to the side and there's like a road. We have what looks like an umbrella like this. There's also a couple blue loungers. And then I'm actually gonna raise the whole thing up on a platform so that I can make stairs leading up. So I just like to click on the middle of the room and use these arrows. I'm gonna go up maybe like 3 times. And then I still find the easiest way to make platforms by making a room. So I'm gonna trace out where I want my stairs to go. And then I just go in, click the middle of that room and use the arrows again. I find this is the easiest way for me to do it without having all the walls deleted and all of my progress messed up. I'm just gonna keep doing that all the way down the stairs until we've reached the ground level. And I just want to extend my patio area over this way, so I'm just gonna build some more platforms going over. I'm adding some more of the loungers and an umbrella, and I'm also adding these big planters here. These are from backyard stuff. I'm gonna use just a simple like base game concrete to build out my parking lot. So I'm gonna bring it all the way over this way, and then I think I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit and over. Then I like to use these illumination system things. These are from Spot A. They're meant for like pools, I think. Whenever I'm making roads, I like to use these as like the markers. So I'm gonna go ahead and add these. And then back in my parking lot, I'm gonna try and make the parking spaces. So I'm just gonna like bring these out. Maybe we can extend this back even a little bit more. Where else am I gonna put my non-functional cars? So just something like that. And then I can go in with a fence and we're just gonna surround the whole thing. This one here is from Horse Ranch. I'm gonna open up debug. So we're gonna go bb.show hidden objects and bb.show live edit objects. We'll type debug into the search menu, and this is how we're gonna find our cars. Base game has a few of them we can use. There's also some from other packs, like Cottage Living has some good ones. I'm gonna shrink them a little bit so they fit in my parking space. We can have one driving on the road like in the picture. And here we go. This is my Habbo Hotel in The Sims 4. I tried to add landscaping that matched the photo as much as possible. So we have palm trees here. I added different variations of like the shrub trees. Our parking lot back there looking great. And of course we've got a lounge area at the front. We have our pool area up top. And I added like a door leading to pretty much nowhere up here. This is not an actual room, but it was in the photo. So we've got that with a bench. And I added these here from Strangerville up at the top. Now we finally get to go inside and let me show you the layout here. So top floor, this room is going to be left open. It could be like a fun room, like a gaming room or a library or something. Then going down to the 3rd floor, we're going to have 2 bedrooms and a hallway. We're going to have 2 more bedrooms on the 2nd floor with a bathroom. And down below, we're going to have our front entry. This is going to be kitchen and dining, I think. We're going to have a bathroom back here, and I'm thinking about turning this into my living room. Let's start over here with the kitchen and dining, which is going to be inspired by Neopets. Neopets is literally probably my favorite one that we're going to talk about today. I was in love with this website. On the Neopets website, you could own virtual pets, buy them virtual items, interact with other members in the forums if you dared. Where else was I going to find a rare paintbrush for my pet? You could play games, make guilds. It was literally my favorite thing ever. I wanted to make a cool guild so bad. I probably tried and failed like 100 times. There were a few ways that your Neopets could eat. The most common one that I had to use was the Soup Fairy Kitchen, which you could pretty much only go to if you had like no money in the game. Like if you brought your poor starving Neopets there, but you had like 1,000,000 Neo points in the bank, the Soup Fairy was not about to let you eat for free. Luckily for me, I was so bad at this game. I was pretty much poor all the time. So I'm trying to make my kitchen here resemble the Soup Fairy Kitchen. But there were other ways that you could feed your poor starving Neopets. You could take them to the food shop, or there was also this like really big omelet. It was called the Giant Omelet, and it was located at the Tyranian Plateau. And this was a daily thing. You could go and visit the Giant Omelet like every day, and they had a bunch of different kinds. Some were more rare than others, so I would always try and like collect these rare omelets to feed my Neopet. So right now I'm just putting shelves up. I'm going to be filling them up with like soup. I'm adding some little pink curtains similar to the ones that are in the photo, and the Soup Fairy actually uses a cauldron. So so I need to make room for a big one here. We'll just move all of this over, and Snowy Escape Debug actually has some canned soup, so I'm gonna stock the shelves with that. And actually the food shop in Neopets is shaped like a giant hamburger, or at least it was. I don't know if it still is. So what if I made my island have a big burger on it? Wait, that is ridiculous. There must be an omelet in Debug somewhere. I found like, what is that, a quiche? Oh no, it's in a bowl. Ew, scone, croissant, no giant omelet. What is this? Honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter if I do find it. Like, if I size up any food, it looks stupid. Like, this is a chicken nugget. Neopets also has stars in their logo, so I'm gonna decorate around with some of these. What other kinds of food did they have? Oh, they had pizza. We can add the pizza maker. Maybe I'll put that over here. This is from the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. There was actually so much food. Like, look at all this stuff. Cakes, cupcakes. Oh my gosh, all the weird jelly items. I'm actually downloading a bunch of jams off the gallery. This is from Stasia Nicole 94, and I'm just gonna stock my counters with these, which these are such cute items. I don't think you can actually find them in Debug because they have to be made in game. So luckily for us, there are some super awesome people that put this stuff on the gallery. Over to this corner, I'm adding a hutch from Paranormal, and I need to now bring in all of our Neopets. I don't really know what I'm gonna use for this. Like, I was looking at these from the holiday stuff pack, and Neopets are just kind of like weird little animals. So I'm just gonna find a bunch of those. Maybe we've got a couple of these here with different skins. I did want to have another table over here, so maybe I can just add these chairs here from high school years that match my bar stools. Oh, this guy could pass. You could put this guy up on the table. And also these things, these are Void Critter decals from the kids room stuff pack. I can see these working in here. This is so weird to put in a kitchen. Oh, especially that thing. Yup, this is gonna be Neopet Critter Corner. So we have our little Neopets all over the wall over there, and as a final thing, I feel like you can barely see it because of how high the wall height is, but I want to add the horse ranch flooring, like the one with the clouds on it, to the ceiling, and you can barely see it, but there we go. We've got our Neopet area over there, our massive burger food shop right in the middle, which is spoiled. It's gonna be stinky. That's probably gonna have to go. On this side, we have our soup kitchen inspired area with our cauldron. We've got a bunch of soups to go on the counters there, our pizza oven, and I added the pastel pop kit trash can, which has like a little animal on it. And with that, we are ready to move on to the next one. I think next we should do our living room over here, which is going to be inspired by the Club Penguin website. This one was massive, and a lot of these are still around today, by the way. They're just definitely not as popular. But in Club Penguin, you could create your own penguin and wander around the icy, snowy virtual world as you basically spammed messages to other people. It was an MMO style game where you could play games, select items, make friends, and customize the look of your penguin. So when you went on Club Penguin, there were a bunch of like shops around, so I'm gonna add those in my corners, basically in any of these smaller areas like back here. So we'll just have our like shops in the corner, and I really want to build an igloo. I don't know what I can find to make that manually. Maybe I could use this ottoman. Like, these are my little ice cubes, and then I want to stack it over top of my TV or something, or like a chair. This is literally so annoying, but I am committed. Okay, the Ottoman igloo, not as cool as I thought it would be. But we do have the Penguin TV, which like, we have to do it. I'm gonna size it up and make it big, so that's gonna be our TV. I want to add like a nice cozy looking couch, a warm up in here next to the igloo. I feel like I need more of these Ottoman ice cubes. I also think I'm gonna add this pastel pop kit, like fluffy white carpet as my snow. I also want to add a bunch of pine trees around, but whenever you put them inside of a Sims house, it will like, the lighting is all weird and you can't really see it properly. So I guess we're just gonna have to put a Christmas tree, which I guess I could kind of hide the presents with more of my icy ottomans. It is November 1st when I'm filming this, and there is no way I'm starting my Christmas builds already. Wait, that actually doesn't look too bad. And then I can add a bunch of the nifty knitting penguins around. I'm gonna add some of them like standing on these. I remember this website being so overcrowded at the time too, so this would realistically be penguins like everywhere. And I guess we can just start adding adding some snowy decor around here. Like I'm using these here from the holiday pack. We could also maybe do some bookshelves going up this wall. And whenever you typed something out in the chat, there would be a little bubble that would appear above your head. So I think I'm gonna add these above some of my penguins. These are mirrors here from Msn. I'm gonna add this right above my penguin TV, and maybe also to represent some of the shop signs. We could put up some signs. Like I know they have a gift shop sign, they've got a coffee shop, a nightclub. I think I want to add some of those going along this way, so it's gonna look kind of like an alley back there. I've added snowflakes going all along here, and I'm adding this like makeshift Club Penguin sign, and this is going to be my Club Penguin inspired living room. This is so ridiculous. I can't believe I'm doing this in 2023, but I can't lie, this is pretty funny. I love the mirrors over there. We've got our igloo, our alleyway with all of the shops and signs. I also added more of the signs going over here, like we have the coffee shop one, and there we go, Club Penguin. So I just made a pretty simple hallway here to pull both of these rooms together. I added these are also from Get Famous, but they're massive. They're normally this size and I shrunk them down. Those are going to be more of our Neopets. And then over to this side, I just added a couple more penguins. The final room we have for this floor is going to be the bathroom, and we're going to create a bathroom inspired by MSN Messenger. I think this was more of an app than a website, but I couldn't make this video without including it somewhere. MSN Messenger was like the place that you went to keep in contact with your friends. It was literally just a messaging platform where you could go on and offline, change your status, nudge other people if they were ignoring you. I spent way too many hours on MSN. So our color scheme, although it changed a little bit over the years, is going to be like a bluey gray. We can maybe do some gray tile, maybe with a bluey gray wallpaper, and we can add in some accents here and there. So first of all, we need a sink. I think I want to use the same mirror that I used in Club Penguin to represent like the chat. Get my towels here, and there is also a little bit of green. I'm gonna add my toilet, and then I just need a bath or a shower. I think I'm gonna put a bath just so I have a little bit more room for the wall. And these mirrors are gonna be all over the place, but I need to find the MSN like head. These things were always beside your username to show if you were on or offline. So what can we find to represent the MSN Messenger head? Ooh, there's this thing from the Modern Luxe kit. I could add that like on top of my toilet, although it was blue or green. That is a thing of nightmares. Ooh, what if we use this here from Base Game and it comes in green? Okay, this is still not quite it, but it's gonna have to be good enough. I'm gonna add a couple of these. I wish it came in blue, but I don't have that option. I guess I could maybe do one in white. That person is offline. I'll add a towel right there, and I think there was also like a little butterfly logo. So maybe I can put one of the butterfly toys on the bathtub. I'm gonna use this rug here as my bath mat. We'll get some toilet paper, and I'm just gonna add some more of these around too. I came on here to look for emoji art, and look at that, and look at that. What is happening? Oh my gosh, I have fallen down a rabbit hole. I was also looking for something to represent like the nudges you could do, but I couldn't really find anything. But I am gonna put a rubber ducky because one of the default profile pictures you could have was a ducky, and I keep seeing it while searching for this. So there we go. This is our really weird MSN Messenger bathroom. We're going to go upstairs, and next up, I want to build a bedroom to represent the doll websites, which actually, now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna section this off and do one big bedroom for this. And the doll websites that I'm talking about for this one are like the ones where you could go and dress up this 2D doll. Popular sites were Doll Palace, there was Doll Mania, Star Doll. There were a ton of different versions of this website, but you would go in and there would be a big selection of clothes that you could put onto your dolls. You could even dress up celebrity dolls, and looking back at these, they had such a Y2K fashion influence, obviously, which was very cool to see. So we're gonna build a bedroom inspired by that. And I feel like some of these, not all, were just all white websites with just the dolls on top of it. So I'm gonna do an all white bedroom. I want to add a big pink bed. This is from Modern Luxe kit. And I think on this wall, I'm just gonna add an entire rack of clothes. So it's going to be like the biggest selection you could possibly want. I'm gonna see if I can do a double layer. So these are from Dream Home Decorator, and I'm gonna combine them in with different variations of clothing. These ones are from high school years. Horse Ranch also has a bunch, and of course so does Dream Home Decorator, but I want to see if I can layer these to make even more. So I'm gonna try and add another shelf, even if maybe this middle part here is a different shelf. So this can just be storage or something. I'm gonna add some different clothes along the side. I'm also gonna add things here like shoes, and I'm gonna raise up as many of these little dolls that I possibly can. So I'm just gonna try and stick them in there. And this is probably gonna look a little weird, but honestly, so did the website. Why are there only doll heads in debug? I mean, I'm sure we all pulled our heads off of our Barbies, but in The Sims, I've never seen them do that. So all of our dolls are lined up there. And I also need end tables to go beside my bed. So I'm using these. These are from Msn. They actually also have them in a pink swatch, which I think I'm gonna use. I've added a big fluffy rug, and I think I'm also going to add some mannequins. So this is gonna be a little creepy, but I'm gonna add these literally lined up in the exact same pattern as they would be on the website, just like one beside the other. And we can also add some on this side. Am I gonna have to dress every single one of these? Okay, hold on. I guess they should all be in like Y2K outfits. I can only make 5 outfits, so I'm getting Izzy Fabulous here to dress our dolls. Ooh, look at that fashion here. So we only have like a couple options for this, but still iconic. I'm adding some curtains behind them, and I guess I can just add like a vanity. I still need maybe a dresser or a mirror. Like I could see a big stand-up mirror like this working. I could also maybe just add some chairs around. We'll get a dresser right at the end of the bed. And I think on there, I'm just gonna add like makeup clutter, jewelry. We could add the makeup mirror even. I think I'm actually gonna add a few mirrors in here because it just makes sense. And this is gonna have to be our Dolls Mania inspired bedroom. Definitely a little bit of a creepy element with those dolls back there, especially since I can't really change their hair. But you can't lie, the closet is crazy. The sim who's gonna live here has so many clothes. And since we're already doing bedrooms, I think I'm gonna skip upstairs to do the next one. Do I want to section this off to make another big bedroom? I think I'm gonna make this one big room because I have an idea. So for this bedroom, we're gonna make a MySpace inspired bedroom. And oh my god, do I have some interesting memories with this one. This was the first real social media website that I remember being on, other than like MSN if you count that. But on MySpace, you could add friends, post pictures, leave comments, anonymous or not. I would spend hours on there customizing the perfect layout and deciding which friends would make my top 8 that week. And let me tell you, nothing was worse than getting into a fight with your friend when you were like 12 and logging on to see that you were no longer in their top 8. So I'm going to make a top 8 friend MySpace room. We're gonna have 8 beds in total in here, and do not dare come in here if you're not in the top 8. I'm not salty about this like 20 years later. And okay, if you didn't have MySpace, it's kind of weird to explain, but there would be websites that would have a whole bunch of layouts that you could pick from, and a lot of them were like extremely vibrant, extremely colorful, patterned normally. I need something that's gonna match that. Obviously there were a ton of different ones, but I saw this color scheme a lot. And if you had a MySpace profile, you have to tell me what your profile looked like. I was the kind of person that changed mine a lot, like obviously. Could never stick to one aesthetic, but I think I went for more of the basic ones. But not today. We are going absolutely outrageous with this. I know that stripes were popular. This is also like in the peak scene era, and I actually remember overly patterned items being a thing. Like lightning bolts were common, hearts with like little band-aids on them. Like it was a weird time. Obviously for this in between, I'm gonna have to add some computers, so maybe I'll add these black desks like just in between wherever there's room. Oh my gosh, also let me know what songs you guys had on your profile, because obviously that was also crucial. I had, oh my gosh, what did I have? Actually, okay, there was a band. What the heck was it called? It was called Boys Like Girls. I'm pretty sure I had one of their songs on my profile. That is a throwback and a half. Maybe I'll fill up this shelf with all old items, like this old phone, CD clutter maybe, this wall decal with the skull and the bow. And then on this side, maybe I can add some like band posters on the wall just to represent like the music factor here. Maybe I'll add some pillows and chairs. And I'm just gonna add these dressers here from Tiny Living. So this is what my MySpace inspired bedroom ended up looking like. 8 beds in here, perfect for that top 8 squad. I decided to make Omegle inspired hallways, which Omegle was basically like a chat room where you constantly match up with random people and you can choose to chat with them or you move on to the next random person. And I realized we didn't really have many computers in here for a video made about websites. So I made 2 hallways with a bunch of computer nooks to represent the random chatters. We're gonna move on to the final room we're gonna do for this upstairs, which is going to be based off of MyScene. MyScene. MyScene was actually a toy-related website. It was based off of the MyScene dolls that were released by Mattel in 2002. They were only in production for a few years, and the website pretty much only featured games where you could give them makeovers. Like you could do their nails, take them shopping, dress them up, and there was even a room makeover, which you guys, I found it. We are actually gonna use the MyScene room makeover game to make a room, and then we're gonna recreate it in The Sims. So I'm choosing party pad. We already did bedrooms. Oh, we can choose some decorations. I need to pick my favorite banner. I'm gonna do the dance festival. Ceiling decorations, we could do the stars maybe. Oh, we could do a whole band setup back there. We've got a jukebox we can add, and we need the dance floor. Tables, okay, I guess I'll pick the purple one. Snacks, we're going with pizza. And of course we need a comfy chair, so let's get the purple fluffy couch. For wallpaper, I can use this moon one, I guess, or should I use the blue one? No, let's do the moon. And for my window scene, I can add a city, which is gonna be perfect. We have the city in the background. We're gonna add some flooring, and this is gonna be my room that we're gonna recreate in The Sims. So we need purple flooring and wallpaper. There we go. And wallpaper, we could totally get away with using this one. We also have this star ceiling decor, so I'm gonna add a couple of these. The jukebox, I know we have one in The Sims 4, but I'm actually gonna use this one instead, just because we have like the pink color. It's a little bit more on brand here. I need a dance floor in the middle, which maybe I can just use this one. I need a purple fluffy couch, which I don't think exists in The Sims. Do I have something similar? I do have this one. This is the closest in color. I need a table to go over here. On here, we can add magazines. We got some solo cups going over there. And I need a purple table to go in here, which again, purple items in The Sims, kind of lacking. Maybe I'll just add this one and we can add the pizza on top of that. So we get like the pizza box. Do we have milkshakes? Or actually, I guess I could put some of these. These are from Eco Lifestyle. And I wonder if I can make a stage over here. My platforms don't seem to be wanting to work here, even if I do the room trick that I did earlier. But that's okay. We can still make our little band setup. I wish we had a drum kit in The Sims 4. We have so many like guitars and violins. It's surprising to me that we don't have that. But I can add this like performer thing, the freezer bunny guitar. There were some massive like flower decals behind this, so I'm gonna add those. And the spacing in my room is a little bit off, so I'm just going to try and pull things together with some extra items. Right, so here we have our MyScene inspired music room, lounge, party room, I guess. It's like a good time, honestly. And I love that we have the city view out there. Just like in the game, it's kind of like the cherry on top that we have that. But I basically just added some extra things like the amps from Moschino, some ottomans, just like a lamp over here and some extra seating. To finish this off, I made a Webkinz inspired bathroom. The Webkinz website was huge too, and it was another toy related one. Basically, you would buy the Webkinz toys and they would come with a digital code. You could plug the code into the website and play a digital version of your Webkinz toy online. So that has been us building a house in The Sims 4 inspired by nostalgic websites. Of course, there are so many more that I did not include in this video, so if you have any others that you want to mention, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again to Lily's Garden for sponsoring this video, and again, you can download Lily's Garden by clicking the link down in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.